Hello.
Right. Hey, y'all. Hey.
Hi. We decided to do an impromptu conversation kids soap making session.
Yeah, soap making and dream supporting.
Right. So the hubster wanted a specific soap that I don't sell.
I've been begging her for it. A specific recipe.
So
Yeah.
it takes time. So we have a rare time that we're off at the same time right now.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, you want your soap? Let's make it together.
Yes.
Does he look like he want to make some soap?
I do, y'all, but this is not my lane. So I told her, don't have me measuring the heat gun temperatures. If she have to do that, I told her I'll just let y'all know she's going to go be excused. 'Cause I don't want to create no chaos in her space.
Right, so I need to go ahead and get it going. I already measured out my coconut oil, my palm oil, and then I'm going to do some olive oil.
Yeah.
And so with the soap, I've been doing this for a couple of years. I basically went to this website, soapcal.net.
Yeah.
And I plugged in exactly what I wanted my soap to do. I wanted it to be bubbly. I wanted it to be conditioning to the skin. I wanted it to be soft and moisturizing. So it was a lot of trial and error. You remember my first soaps. They were a hot mess.
But we thought they looked great. You didn't know until you started getting better. I was like, them soaps.
She was like, oh no, my soap was pretty good.
I still got a bag of them soaps.
Yeah, I'd be like, please throw it away.
I keep them though, because that shows progress, y'all. Don't be afraid to start something, because when you start anything, you're gonna learn along the way.
Right.
I don't care what you do, you're gonna learn along the way.
Exactly. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm melting all the oils together, and I want them at a certain temperature. I want them between 120 degrees and 130. I don't want them lower, and I don't want them higher, because at that temperature, we'll put the essential oils in, and that's what makes the oil, that makes the soap have the smell.
Yes.
If you do it it's very specific with soap.
Yeah.
So like right now, I'm melting this down. This is called like a double boiler method. You put water in a pan, but you melt the oils on top of it, so it won't take the nutrients and every good thing away from it instead of popping it in the microwave.
Right.
So I'm melting it, and I'm also have my lye over here already pre-made.
That's the serious stuff right there.
Yeah, it's the dangerous stuff.
Yeah.
So just monitoring that. So you want to tell them about the helichrysum and?
Yeah. So I was asking Joy if she could do an essential oil mix of an essential oil by the name of helichrysum. Okay.
Helichrysum, you right?
Yeah, helichrysum. We from the South, so if we butchering these explanations, it is what it is. Okay. All right. So we not Ivy League in here, but y'all probably won't be able to see this. But this is the essential oils, helichrysum. That's one. Each of the essential oils has their own frequency. So essential oils is like the essence of like the plant or the vegetable or the fruit. Right? So long story short, helichrysum has one of the highest frequencies as well as rose.
Yeah.
So that's why men have been giving women roses for centuries. Not just because it's a pretty flower, but it has a very high frequency.
Right.
So I wanted to have her do one of rose and helichrysum that we could use in the morning. It's going to be like our wake up bar because it's so high frequency. And it smells.
It smells.
Like very
and one thing about rose, it's so potent and strong.
Yes.
You don't need as much, because I remember I made a soap with rose, and my daughter was like,
she was like overload.
Well, she looking at me like, I didn't say that. Yes.
Oh, she in here. Tweet.
Yeah.
Tweet, you in here?
Yeah, Wally. You want to make a guest appearance? Come on.
Come on, Tweet.
This is my little sidekick right here.
This is the true sidekick, y'all. I'm just standing in.
CEO.
Come on in close to me so they can see that pretty face. Come on in here. Tell them your name.
Rebecca.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
Tweet, can you do something for me too? In my office, can you bring me that brown bag? Because it has some frankincense powder.
Yeah,
Frankincense. The reason that I want to have Joy put the frankincense in is because frankincense is something that amplifies whatever you're mixing it with. So if you're mixing lavender with frankincense, it amplifies its qualities. And she's over here now doing the temperature gun. I told her I don't want to mess with that because I'm backwards and old school.
Temperature gun. These are must. Temperature gun and your weight thing. You have to have it if you're making soap.
Did you have that stuff in the beginning?
Well, I had a broke down one.
Okay.
I done upgraded to that laser, but I had like a stick one.
Thank you.
So I'm just trying to melt this. It is taking a little while, which I'm scared because I want it to kind of cool down the same time as the lye. It has to be kind of like around 10 degrees of each other.
Yes. Y'all are getting a free education. I just want to share, to any entrepreneurs out there. I just want to say to any of y'all, whatever you're looking to do, you can get it started right now. You don't have to know everything about it. Just start learning and taking notes and taking baby steps.
Right.
To whatever it is.
Exactly, because I pretty much, this is self-taught. Mm-hmm. This is self-taught. This is tons of trial and error. I didn't talk to anybody how to make a soap. I just basically taught myself, and I just had the desire and the will.
And Joy has always been creative. So while she's over there cooking, I'm gonna say that because I remember when she used to make the bath bombs that dissolve and fizz in the tubs.
Back in the day.
I mean, a lot of years. She used to make that with my sister. Right. Bath bombs. I've seen you make lip balms, shea butters. Yeah. So you've always been really good with your hands, which is always inspiring to me because I'm not good with that kind of stuff. But it's so inspiring to me, and I want to say this out there to the men too. There's nothing like getting to a particular place in your marriage where you can help support your woman's dreams.
Right.
I'm going to say that to the men because your wife, there's something that happens to Joy when she's in her creativity that just inspires me and makes me feel happy and inspired.
That's true because I told you, Bill, like when I'm more creative, I'm more talkative.
Yes.
But when it's like more analytical, like I'm more to myself because I'm like more of a deep thinker to myself. But creativity really opens me up to really talk and just explain things. And
I can see you light up. I can see her light up when she's creating things.
Yes.
That just is good for the whole house, man. It pours over to everyone.
Exactly. So what I'm doing now is I took the oils off of the stove and I'm hoping that's a little low. It's 111. I needed to be at least 120.
So warm it up a little bit?
Yeah. Okay. Warm it up. I'm getting crunched at this time, so I need to warm it up quick. But that's part of the soap. You gotta be very accurate.
Yes, you do have to be specific, because I remember those days when you had that thing looking like rice cakes or something. you used to look so disappointed. I used to like, man.
You wrong.
You used to be like, hey, look at it. I was like, it's all right.
You remember, like, there was one time, because you're not supposed, like, with the whole lye and distilled water, it has to be a specific water. Do not use regular water out your spigot. But you use distilled water, so you always pour the lye in the water. You don't pour the water in the lye. That's like, it will bubble up and basically explode. So those are so many things that you have to learn and study. Actually study these things.
Absolutely.
Because it can be very dangerous. Like my daughter, she wants to do
She
soap.
picks up really quick.
Absolutely.
She has that gifting you have.
Oh my gosh, she's way more creative than me.
And if anyone's out there, hello. We're both behind the screen, so we can't see the camera. We can't see who's out there. But if anyone is on, we want to say hello and happy Tuesday to you, or happy whatever day it is that you're watching this to you, wherever you are.
You want to check? So yes, I'm getting the oil
Heating it
ready.
up. Yeah.
Trying to get it at least 120 degrees because when you hit that 120 to 130, you put those essential oils in and you'll be able to smell it.
Yes.
That's another thing I learned.
Yes.
If you do not
Yes.
You will not smell the soap.
Right.
So
You won't smell it at all.
yeah. So I'm measuring this so I can
Get it right.
get it right.
And while she's doing that, y'all, some of your local health shops, you can get this. This is frankincense powder.
Yeah.
In its powdered form, what you'll see it called is boswellia. My wife will tell you, I burn a lot of frankincense powder.
Oh my gosh.
It's good for relaxation. At one point, frankincense, the resin was more valuable than gold. That's why they brought it to Jesus, along with myrrh and gold, because it's very relaxing. It cleans wounds and cuts. It's an anti-inflammatory. Some people use it for pain and things of that nature. So, and like I said before, it amplifies whatever essential oil you're mixing with it. So it's a really good powder to have if you ever want to try it out.
So this is how your oil is supposed to look. Very clear.
All right.
I'm gonna measure it. Let's see.
Where we at?
We're at 134, which is good. Let
Okay.
me check my lye. I'm at 128, which is good. We're in 10 degrees of each other. And just again, so this is the lye, this is the dangerous stuff. Like even I'm touching this right now, this has been sitting here for about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's hot, it will burn everything. It will burn your countertops, it will burn you.
Thus the gloves too.
Exactly.
Safe,
Very safe. And this is my homemade recipe that I made myself. And I have several of them, different ones. This is one I really go by because it's very soothing to the skin and moisturizing. So what you want to do is, you want me to blend it here or over here? Do I have a
Wherever
plug
you're
right
comfortable. Yeah, it's a plug over here. I can plug it in for you.
there? Yeah.
Okay.
Plug that in for
Yeah.
me.
All right.
So, we about to get to blending. Let me move all this stuff so I won't pop you with this.
I want to say to everyone too, this is truly Our Hands natural product. She's doing this stuff naturally. It's her own recipe, so it's truly the essence of what the name of the company is, the business name and the website, which is ourhandsnaturalproducts.com.
Right.
Want to find the soaps and the upcoming calendar as well.
Hey, Wally, cut it out. So I'm pouring the oil in here because this is what you call a hand mixer. This is a must too. You have to have a hand mixer to mix up your soap. Because you cannot mix, because it has to get to a certain consistency. It'll get like a banana pudding consistency.
Yeah.
So I made sure I get all my oil out. I'm not wasting no money.
I know that's right.
Yeah. And I try to get like the best types of oil, like the coconut oil. I get this from Costco because it's organic and just very high level oils and not just any kind of rancid oils.
Yeah.
So I got all my oil out. Now I'm gonna put in my lye. So slowly put this in here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to keep this crystallized stuff out.
Yeah. There you go.
So this is his little blend. We go this. I'm kind of mix it a little bit. Now it's gonna get a little loud, and I'm gonna mix it for a couple of minutes, and I'll show you how the consistency looks. That you mix everything together, because if you don't mix the oils along with the lye and distilled water, it will separate. Been there before and it'll crack. There's so many things you have to look out for. Make sure this. something that you call trace. You're supposed to pick up the blender and it's supposed to trace like over the liquid, so you'll see. So I don't see that yet. So that tells me it's not blended accurately. So I keep blending. To the shirt though.
Come on, I was thinking
kisses.
about that
Hold
too.
on, hold that for me. Don't get burnt.
Okay.
Look at the back of it.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at the scripture on the back.
But be doers of the word and not hearers only.
Yes.
So we talking to all the kingdom doers out there. Even if you haven't done it yet, we're talking to what's about to be done.
All right now.
Come on now. You know I got to do one of them things.
I got to keep blending. This can hurt your hand after a while, especially if you're doing multiple soaps in a day, but your desire to do it makes you keep going.
Come on.
All right, now, not a word.
Come on.
And one thing also, I don't want to mix it too much because once I put the essential oils in, one thing about the essential oils, it makes it clump up really fast.
Yeah.
So I can actually, I feel like I can go ahead and put it in. But I'll blend it again after we put the oils in.
Yeah.
So put that right here. All right. So now in my rose oil, I usually put rose hip oil and what is this? I forgot the rose clay.
Yeah.
Do you want rose clay in yours or no?
I don't really need it. But
oh, this is pink.
Okay. You know the thing. I don't know the thing like you do.
I'm just put a little bit. Come on now. Yeah. Anything for the skin.
Yes. And once again, hello, greetings to anyone out there. If you happen to be watching, we cannot see the screen because we're both behind the camera today.
Yes.
On the phone, so we can't see you. But if you are on, we want to say greetings to you. God bless to everybody out there.
And this is the consistency we have right now. Yeah. And we're gonna go ahead and start. You want lavender in yours also?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. Mm-hmm. So usually with this type of soap, this soap will make 9 bars.
Yeah.
About 8 or 9 bars. So for every 8 or 9 bars, you do 1 ounce of essential oil. And essential oil is very potent.
Very potent. You don't want to get it on your hands and leave it. If you get it on your hands, wash your hands, y'all, because you can end up rubbing it in your eyes or getting it on somewhere in your body and getting rashes and things. So be very careful with it. I learned that the hard way.
Okay, now I'm gonna put the rose oil in it.
Okay, this is the strong stuff right here.
This is strong stuff right here. You're gonna play around right here.
This will wake you up in the morning.
Put a little bit more because we wanted more rose and lavender. Because rose and lavender will contend with each other.
Yeah.
But rose will always win.
Right.
And then you want it to he would
Crease some, yeah.
Crease some. So, whew, that smells like a strong flower smell.
That one's gonna go slow, so just know it's pretty thick. Yeah.
See, I don't know how much you want of this.
That's good because helichrysum's so strong. I think that's good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I got
some
all
of this
of mine.
too.
Oh yeah. Frankincense powder.
I just put a little in there. You
Yeah.
tell me when. I'm gonna just pour very little. Tell me when it's good, babe. I don't want to get too thick.
Yeah, because it goes through 9 bars. So.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to just mix it really quick.
And I'm learning, y'all. I watch here and there, but my daughter's a true apprentice, so I'm having the honor of learning today with y'all.
Yes, and I love my daughter. Shout out to my daughter and Wally here.
She's behind us,
here,
yes.
because she tells me the truth. Like,
yes, she's
she
a truth
is like
teller.
a mini me,
Like her mom,
but like
yes.
2.0.
Yes.
I'll be like, how you like?
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe it's too strong. Maybe it's
Yes.
too. I like that from her. I need
Yes.
truth. You know, you don't want to put something out here that's not good and whack.
Yes. I want to say too, families, and any of you entrepreneurs out there or future entrepreneurs, let's get back to exposing our kids to what we do.
That's right.
Come on. I like to go in them shops and they got the little 13-year-old on the register because they're learning the game.
Right.
Pass the game down.
Right.
I like that you pass the game down and involve Tweet in this.
Exactly. Like I'm
She
telling
you now, she's a good partner. Great
she
partner.
has such a great sense about her.
Yeah.
Sorry. Get that on your pants and moves. Oh goodness. All right, I'm gonna blend this one more time.
Blend it up.
And then we're gonna put it in our little mold, and that'll sit overnight. And I'll show you. Already gotten thicker because of those essential oils, so I want to go ahead and mold this right now before it gets too thick.
This look like the cake batter right here.
Yeah,
but you don't want to drink. Don't drink this cake. Don't drink this batter.
Okay, so I'm gonna put that way over there.
Yeah.
All right, I'll put my towel. So now this is what this is our mold that we use. And I'm going to pour it in this mold, and it'll sit overnight. And a lot of times I'll either unmold it the next day, but I like to wait at least 2 days sometimes just to make sure it's really hard and stiff, and then cut it. And we'll make another video, and I'll show you how to cut and clean
I
the soap.
was about to say that, babe, to show them the cutting technique.
Exactly, because I like to clean the soap. I know a lot of soap makers, they'll just sell them raw, but I actually run them through a process where I cut them and actually shave the like rough pieces off. I want to make it feel like a store-bought soap. All right, I'm pouring it in the mold. Y'all probably see how thick it is.
Yeah, that's real thick.
And we're gonna, oh Lord, that's gonna fail. You grab me a paper towel? So I'm getting the rest out of here. And a lot of people too wear goggles, which I would definitely recommend. Do not, but I'm not doing it with goggles. So
Safety
don't follow
first.
me.
Do as I say, not as I do.
That's right.
What old people used to say.
So this is getting mold, and we're about to be at the end.
All right.
Let's see, but I wanted to, so it's not just, oh, I'm gonna just make a soap. It's a long process. And you got to be very thorough and clean and just intentional about this stuff. And so now I have it in my mold. As you see, the last thing I do is I'm going to knock it on here so it'll even out. And probably within minutes, it's going to start molding and get harder. We can't cut it, of course, but it'll start gelling up. And it'll go through the gel phase where actually the temperature is going to really spike high. And then by tomorrow, it'll cool back down and get solid. So that's your personal soap. Now, if you want to share it with somebody, that's your business.
We gonna test it out and see how it does. This might be a hit.
Yeah, we do sell a rose one.
Yeah,
it has
that's a good one.
The same ingredients minus the frankincense and minus helichrysum. Because that helichrysum is very strong and very expensive.
Yeah,
that little bottle is about
$30.
$30. So helichrysum, rose, and frankincense, they're very, very high dollar oils. So you can't just be wasting it. But But I do make a rose one, and it smells really good. But he wanted his very particular, and I'm not mad at that. So, and that's it. Is there anything else? You want to share something? Come on, say hey. Please.
She like you, babe. She
says she's okay.
She holding the dog anyway.
Okay, so maybe in a day or so, my daughter and I will come back and we'll cut. Yeah. We'll show you how to cut and clean our soaps. Because I'm very particular. I just don't want like a shabby soap out there. I really get it smooth and everything. Yes. So thank you.
Yeah, thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank you for joining us.
All y'all have a good week.
All right. God bless.